There are stories so bizarre, so shocking, they sound like pure fiction, but they actually happened. Here are 7 real-life stories that will leave you speechless. And if you like this kind of wild truth, don't forget to subscribe for more. 1. The elephant that came back to her funeral. In India, an elderly woman was killed by a wild elephant while collecting water. Hours later, the same elephant returned during her funeral, stormed through the ceremony, pulled her half-cremated body off the pyre, and trampled her again. It didn't end there. The elephant came back a 3rd time, destroying her house and killing her goats. No one knows why, but it seemed personal. 2. The man with a nail in his brain for 6 days, a construction worker in the U.S., accidentally shot a 4-inch nail into his head with a nail gun. He felt pain, but thought it was just a bump. 6 days later, when the headaches became unbearable, he finally went to the ER. Doctors scanned him and were stunned. The nail had gone through his skull into his brain. Amazingly, he needed minor surgery and survived without permanent damage. The sleepwalker who crashed at 118 miles per hour. In Texas, a teenage boy who suffered from severe sleepwalking climbed into his family's car in the middle of the night, started it, drove it straight into a metal barrier at 118 miles per hour. The car was totaled, but somehow he walked away with only minor injuries. Doctors still don't fully understand how his body instinctively protected itself or how he survived at all. The surgeon who operated on himself. In 1961, Soviet doctor Leonid Rogozov was stationed at an Antarctic base when he developed acute appendicitis. The nearest hospital was thousands of miles away. So, with a mirror and local anesthesia, he cut himself open and performed his own appendix removal surgery in freezing conditions with only a driver and mechanic assisting. He saved his own life and went back to work just weeks later. The man who survived 2 atomic bombs. Tsutomu Yamaguchi was in Hiroshima on a business trip when the first atomic bomb dropped in 1945. Burned and injured, he returned into his hometown, Nagasaki. 3 days later, the second bomb hit. He survived both and lived until the age of 93. To this day, he's the only officially recognized person to survive both nuclear attacks. 6. The tornado baby. In 2008, a tornado tore through Castellan Springs, Tennessee, ripping homes to pieces. A baby boy named Kyson Stowell was sucked out of his crib and flung 300 feet into a nearby field. Rescuers feared the worst, until they found him alive and unharmed, lying face up in the grass. They called it a miracle, and so did everyone who saw it. 7. The teen who hid in a jet's landing gear. A 15-year-old boy from California ran away from home and hid inside the wheel well of a commercial jet bound for Hawaii. He endured 5.5 hours at 38,000 feet, where temperatures dropped to minus 60 degrees Fahrenheit, minus 51 degrees Celsius. He was unconscious for most of the flight and had no oxygen. When the plane landed, ground crew found him, barely alive, but alive nonetheless. Doctors said his survival defied medical logic. 7 stories, 7 times people defied death in the craziest ways imaginable. Which one shocked you the most? Drop it in the comments. And if you want more mind-blowing real stories, smash that subscribe button now.